News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Here now the news for September 16th, 2024. After being blocked off earlier this month, the Woody's Lunchbox seating area has been demolished in Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And you thought it was bad when you had to eat on the floor. Now, I don't know, now you have to go a land away. A new temporary seating area for Woody's Lunchbox was set up near Star Wars Galaxy's Edge earlier this month. These tables are open for guests should the few tables near the restaurant's queue and entrance be unavailable. Unfortunately, the temporary seating does not offer the whimsical theming normally found at Woody's Lunchbox. And I don't know if we're being facetious when we say that or not, because of course there were a couple of tables which are great. The Baby Bell tables are fantastic. If the whole restaurant was those Baby Bell cheese tables, man, that would be cool. But the problem was they had like 4 of those, and then the rest were just like the most plain, junky furniture you've ever seen that doesn't look like it belongs absolutely anywhere. Oh, sorry, am I supposed to shill? I forgot. Anyway, it does break the immersion. So these tables are in Galaxy. I understand this is a temporary thing and the guests need a place to eat. It is weird. They're definitely in Galaxy's Edge. People are saying this is the transition. This is Galaxy's Edge for sure. However, Toy Story Land trash cans are nearby, right across from some of the light fixtures for Galaxy's Edge. So it's this weird, indecisive area for the time being. That being said, we have complained for so long about the setup at Woody's Lunchbox. There's not enough seating for people. The seating doesn't look good, etc. So if this is all to fix that, we will deal with this temporarily for the greater good of what should have been done the first time. But thankfully, again, you know, I know we are knocking the current regime at times because we think things aren't better. But things are certainly better than they were, at least with the last regime. We could get into the nitty-gritty. We could go through this with a fine-tooth comb, but this to me at least indicates that someone's listening to our complaints. But anyway, now the former seating area is nothing more than a dirt patch. Some cones and tape mark off an area on the left, with some materials being staged. And construction has been ongoing at Woody's Lunchbox since 2022, again reportedly for an expanded seating area. The Song of the South reference previously found on one of the wall displays in Walt Disney Presents at Disney's Hollywood Studios has been removed. The actual copy in the display for 1943, The Art of Animation, remains the same. However, the visuals of the display now include Mr. Toad with Angus McBadger from The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. The original animated film was released in 1949. This is what the display previously looked like, what you're looking at now with Brer Fox, Uncle Remus, Brer Bear, the kids, and Brer Rabbit. The photo you're looking at was taken on September 10th, so the display change must have happened somewhere in those couple of days between now and then. Most references, of course, to the film and Splash Mountain have been removed from across Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort due to the problematic nature of the film. Splash Mountain at Disneyland is currently being reimagined into Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which will open on November 15th. Walt Disney World's version opened on June 28th, and the Splash Mountain attraction does remain unchanged for now at Tokyo Disneyland. And I do believe in that for now. I think it is inevitable. I do not think they're going to get Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I think they're going to, as usual for Oriental Land Company, I think they're going to create their own path and pick a franchise or an IP that is meaningful to guests in that part of the world. And I cannot wait to see what it is. At the same time, like, that is the best Splash Mountain. So that, you know, it's going to be very sad, but I think it's inevitable. It's got to be coming sooner rather than later. So if you've been delaying that trip to Tokyo Disney, I wouldn't delay it much longer if I were you, if you want to see Splash Mountain and the best version of Splash Mountain that ever existed one more time. The popular jewelry brand Pura Vida will open a retail location at Disney Springs later this year. The retail location takes over the storefront that was the former home of Melissa Shoes, which closed in 2023. The popular jewelry store will be located right next to Anthropology in the town center. No official opening date has been announced, but a reel shared by the Pura Vida Instagram account stated the store would be opening sometime in 2024. Pura Vida was founded in 2010 by Griffin Thal and Paul Goodman. Thal and Goodman were inspired by Costa Rican culture while vacationing there together following college. This inspiration led them to bring 400 handcrafted bracelets back to the U.S. The company initially sold a few bracelets per week, but it now sells millions worldwide every year. To give back to the community, Pura Vida has donated over $5 million to over 300 charities worldwide. A new set of characters are now available for the customizable headbands at Walt Disney World, all from the box office hit Inside Out 2. We found them for sale at Disney Springs in Disney Ever After, which used to be the Ever After Jewelry Company. Guests can purchase joy, anxiety, embarrassment, sadness, anger, fear, envy, disgust, or ennui for $11.99 each. They're sold individually. All of these characters can be purchased and put on the base headband, which of course is $9.99. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. So make it their problem and book with them today, like I did for my maiden voyage on the Disney Treasure. They've been great. Even through the process, I'll share a little more than I probably should, as usual. My mother was supposed to have knee surgery this year. It didn't happen, and so we had to make some changes and all this stuff. And they've been really accommodating and great every step of the way, making sure everything's going to be perfect on that maiden voyage on the Disney Treasure for us. So they're not only a sponsor, we actually use them, and they've always been great in helping us book. And Disney Cruise Line especially, there's just so much to remember and so much to handle that you're going to be glad you had the help, and it costs you nothing. So please use them, and by supporting them, you in turn support us here at WDWNT. Some other ways you could support us here at WDWNT: we are still doing an in-person audience occasionally for News Today with WDW News Today. Tickets for the last couple of those tests we're doing are available at events.wdwnt.com. And of course, you also get tickets to WDW News Tonight, our Thursday show as well. We will be adding dates for more of the News Today experiences for October, November, and December very soon. I know Katie has asked for no Fridays, so we'll have to see what we can do. Katie's very demanding, so we'll see what she allows us to do. I'm joking. Katie is the least demanding person. But anyway, nonetheless, we will be adding dates to that as well. Other ways you could support us is to go to carouselofproducts.com and shop with us. If you're a WIGS member, which I'll mention that later, but if you are a WIGS member, we are offering a pre-order on our holiday product, which is in fact a Santa version of the Gertie plush. So only WIGS members are getting the pre-order now because we want to make sure we have enough. We have ordered a very finite amount, and when they're gone, they're gone. So if you're a WIGS member, whether you go to the Discord or you go to the Patreon site or wherever, you can get the information and the link you need to go pre-order that item right now. That's exclusive to you. You also get a WIGS member discount on top of that. But once this order of Santa Gerties is complete, that's it. We're doing them 1 year and 1 year only. So make sure you grab them. So also support our friends at Park Candy, parkcandy.com. Use code WDWNT to save, I think it's 15%, and you can get one of these great shirts. I love their stuff, and I think you will too. So those are all great ways you could support what we do here at News Today. But let's get back to the news. Scat Cat's Club Café at Disney's Port Orleans Resort French Quarter will be closing at the end of September for a refurbishment. The location is expected to reopen in mid-October. Disney has announced that the location's usual offerings, such as Mickey-shaped beignets, specialty beignets, and specialty coffees, will be available during this time. To get these treats, you just have to go over to Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory. Scat Cat's Club Lounge will remain open while the cafe is closed. No information has been released about the details of the refurbishment, but again, you'll be able to get what you need regardless. A new dessert truck has pulled into the area between the Walt Disney World Swan and the Walt Disney World Dolphin, serving sweet treats every Friday and Saturday night. It'll be open every Friday and Saturday evening, weather permitting, near the boat dock between the Swan and the Dolphin. The dessert truck will offer a selection of treats and beverages. The Swan and Dolphin Instagram account shared a picture of a sprinkle-covered Mickey-shaped treat. We don't have the full menu or anything yet, but just want to let you know that's going to be available to you. On Saturday, September 14th, Disney announced 2 major Disney pin trading events that are coming to the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts in 2025. The Disney Pins blog revealed the upcoming pin trading events in an Instagram post, At the Coronado Springs Resort, cast members announced that the event at Walt Disney World will celebrate the 25th anniversary of Disney pin trading, while the event at Disneyland will be called Nifty 50s Flashback. No pins or products for either event have been announced. The 25th anniversary event art features a portion of each logo from all of the previous Disney pin celebrations through the years, dating back to the very first in 2001 at Epcot. I was there for that. Didn't know, I know some of you know that I have been a very big Disney pin collector. I can name all the events on that logo, but for time I won't. But search for imagination, another really good one when Figment came back to Epcot. The final rectangle shows Maleficent as she appeared on the poster for the Disney After Dark event, which is where these announcements were made. That pin event just happened this past weekend. The Nifty 50s Flashback Pin Trading Celebration 2025 logo depicts Mickey Mouse in a white and red striped suit, tipping his hat. And next to the event's logo is a list of A through E tickets. The ticket books, of course, being a staple of Disneyland beginning back in 1955. Of course, Disneyland Park is celebrating its 70th anniversary in 2025, so the retro theme for the event makes a lot of sense. Dates and package details were not revealed for either event, and we don't know when tickets will go on sale at this time, but tickets for these events the last couple of years have sold out very, very quickly, so you want to check back with us for more information when that becomes available. I skipped this year's event, even though there were a couple pins I wanted. I might look on eBay for them. I'm not sure yet. But I will not miss either of these, because number one, we actually started Disney pin trading back when the first day. We were there October 1st, 1999, and I've been buying them ever since, for better or worse. I've been collecting pins ever since. I've been to a lot of those events on that logo. A lot of good memories, a lot of good times with those. And then, of course, Disneyland. I remember, I think it was Disneyland's, was it the 50th or the 55th anniversary? They did an event, I think it was the 55th. They did Dateline Disneyland, and it was all themed as if you were attending the opening of Disneyland. The product, if you go back and look, the product was amazing. They sold a time capsule. There was a statue of Mickey as if he was hosting as press the grand opening at Disneyland. And it's this cool statue where he's in front of the dedication plaque. Really cool stuff. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do for these two events, because sort of, these are cool themes. I'm excited. For the first time since before the COVID-19 pandemic closed theme parks for an extended period, guests can ride in the front of the Disneyland Monorail. September 14th marked the first time that guests could ride in the front since, again, before the COVID-19 pandemic closure. Riding in the nose cone gives you the opportunity to ride with the Disneyland Monorail pilot as he operates the vehicle and gives you the unique views of the Disneyland Resort. There's no separate line for the front cabin in the monorail if you'd like to ride in the section and it fills up, though. You simply have to ask the cast member if you can hang back for the next monorail. Maybe you have to wait a couple, depending how many people have asked already. But at this time, the back of the Disneyland monorail is still closed to guests, like the front cabin. The back was closed prior to the pandemic. You can check out our full ride aboard the Disneyland monorail from the nose cone right here on our channel. A new fireworks dining package is coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, titled Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo Nighttime Gathering. Announced via a post from the Disney Eats official Instagram, this dining package will begin in November and on evenings when the Fire of the Rising Moon's fireworks display is performed in Galaxy's Edge. The dining package will include select bites and sips and a viewing of the Fire of the Rising Moons. Guests are encouraged to stay tuned for more booking details coming soon. Did you know there's a way you can save big at Disney Deluxe Resorts? Today's show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store, a great way to plan a luxury Disney vacation on a modest budget. You don't need to sign up for a full DVC contract, but instead they will allow you to rent the points you need for a magical stay. It's really the best way to stay deluxe at a fraction of the cost. And now, thanks to their lowest price guaranteed offer, you'll always have the best price on the market. The rooms are discounted sometimes up to 75% off, and they have the largest member inventory for points, so there is a lot to choose from. You can search their availability for free right now, which is not something other companies offer. And if you do choose to book, they have a great cancellation policy and a low down payment. DVC Rental Store is the #1 DVC rental company in the US, and one we've used many times. In fact, if you've ever watched a DVC room tour on this channel, 90% of them were probably booked using this company before they were even a sponsor. So head to our description to check them out. A new superhero photo experience is available for Disney Visa card members at Disney California Adventure Park. The Disney Visa Card Member Heroic Encounter Photo Experience is now available to guests with the Disney Visa Card. The exclusive offering is located near Stage 17 in Hollywoodland, At this time, we don't know which superheroes will be greeting guests, but we do know that multiple will be present during the photo op. The photo op is available from 3 to 6 p.m. daily from September 15th through September 30th. You must be a Disney Visa card member to partake, and a valid Disney Visa card must be presented for entry. Storytellers Café at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel is offering a new Mickey's Autumn Adventures buffet with seasonal menu items and characters in fall outfits. We reviewed the new breakfast and brunch buffet. The experience began on September 3rd and will be available through November 18th. Reservations are recommended. Guests receive a button featuring Mickey in his fall outfit with the Mickey's Autumn Adventures wordmark and Storytellers Café logo against a fall background. Storytellers Café is decorated for the season with autumnal garland and decorations. Bunches of red and orange leaves are attached to lanterns. Pillars feature fall leaves and sunflowers secured with blue plaid bows, and the garland is decorated with small fall storybooks like Rip Van Winkle and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Chip and Dale both wear yellow Henleys with embroidered vests. Chip's vest is red-orange, and among his patches is one for Big Al's Hay Rides, a reference to Big Al from the Country Bear Jamboree. Dale has a two-tone vest of blue and red. It's also dotted with patches, including one for Golden State Hay Rides, established 2001, which is the year California Adventure and the Grand Californian opened. Pluto wears a pumpkin-inspired tag and a forest-patterned bandana. Minnie wears a pumpkin-inspired beret, cozy sweater, red plaid skirt, teal tights, and brown shoes with a pumpkin motif throughout. Mickey was excited to pose in his new look, which he's dressed in layers, donning a t-shirt and 2 flannels. He has a yellow beanie, orange corduroy pants, and brown shoes. I'm calling him Fall Hipster Mickey. That's what I feel like this looks like. We had a good time. If you want to read the full review, it's available at WDWNT.com. As soon as I'm done in the office today, I am going home to edit. We actually did both of the Halloween/autumn character buffets at Disneyland Resort. So I'm working on a video where you can watch us review both Storytellers and Goofy's Kitchen and compare and contrast the two to see which you might want to book, or maybe both. So stay tuned for that video. I'm hoping we'll have that out by tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but if not, you can go read that review right now. Recently, Disney Cruise Line updated their dining room corking fee, making Disney service one of the most expensive when compared to other cruise lines. Guests who bring their own bottles to a Disney Cruise Line dining room will now be charged a $29 corking fee. According to Plan Disney, the corking fee was $26 in the summer of '23, although other sources have reported the fee was most recently $25 or $27. Who knows? I often find that sometimes from ship to ship things are different, so I'm not surprised there. Alcohol brought on board may not be consumed in any lounge or public area. Guests can uncork their own bottle and enjoy it in their stateroom without paying a fee. But Plan Disney has also stated guests can bring their own glass of wine to dinner, and they can ask their stateroom attendant for a corkscrew and wine glasses. The Street notes that Disney Cruise Line's fee is much higher than their competitors, as Royal Caribbean and Carnival Cruise Line charge a $15 corking fee, and Princess Cruises and Holland America Line charge $20. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. Also, they get to pre-order their Santa Gertie right now. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.